Alright, so, well, this is new. It's something that I have been dreaming about. I've been dreaming to do because I think I love talking, but I am not so confident talking in front of other people. So talking in front of a computer might be a great um, might be a great thing. So yeah, here I am. This is going to be more about audio journal about myself, and um, I will just have to focus on shadow work muna. I am 25 years old and I'm nearing on becoming 26. I do not know what will happen for the rest of the year, but I find myself like referring to my age as 26 since the start of this year, and I don't know the exact reason. It's not to say that I am very excited to become 26, but I just found myself that, referring to myself as 26, and I don't know why actually. But yeah, here we are. In 2 weeks, I will become 26, and wow, such a time, such an age. It's not to say na I did not expect myself to, go this far. I've never thought about wanting to disappear. I love life. I love existing with life. And even though that brought me so much pain, so much loneliness, but the joy that I have um, taken is very huge naman, and it's something that I can always remember in times of stress, that there's really lots of good things here in life, and I believe that I deserve more of them whenever I become more free, become more whenever I become that someone that who's more attuned to themselves. So yeah, it's a process, it's a journey, and I kind of just enjoy it, no matter what will happen towards the end of the tunnel. I think the journey is the most important thing. You go, you go there, be good to other people, be kind, be mindful. That's the only thing that matters. Self-awareness and being sensitive towards with your surroundings. So that's what matters. So the first question that I'm going to answer in this episode is that, what are you insecure about and why? Um, I am a I am a introvert through and through. When I was a kid, I always just stay inside my room for countless of hours. And my dad does arts and science back in the day. And when he does streamers, he used to put this wood, just so that he can plaster the streamer there, and those wood, those pile of wood, what do you call that? Tabla, dos por dos, would cover our little house slash business office of his. It covers the whole house because usually the streamers would the streamers would usually the streamers are 2 meters and more. It's always just like that. That's the usual work he does. It's only seldom when he does 1 meter. It's only for like happy birthday or something, but that's very rare. But usually 2 meters is the minimum length for it to become more, visible. You know. So anyway, you can't get out of your room because that usually covers both the master's bedroom and my bedroom. So when he do his streamer work, I would just happily choose to be inside my room, and I can't get out for hours. If I want to get out, I'd have to bend over, and yeah, and it gets really tiring if you do that a lot. So I'd rather just lie down inside my room, and actually I just do nothing. So anyway, I'm an introvert through and through, and I am very shy. I don't talk a lot, especially around new people. I feel like, I don't know, I'm a lot at lost for words about what to say. I usually, when a new person approaches me and they talk to me and I can't say a thing, or I've been really shy, it's because I'm still scanning them through, like getting to know them. What is this person? Who is this person? Why is this person invading my privacy? Or why is this person talking to me? I didn't even warrant them to talk to me in the first place. I don't feel like I'm an inviting person to talk to, but somehow this person is talking to me. And that's usually like the thought process when I was a kid. But I didn't realize that only when I was being introspective, now that I'm older. But yeah, that's usually why people think I'm shy and don't talk much. But it takes me a little longer than usual average people to get to know somebody, to make them become an acquaintance. And yeah, that's how long and arduous the process is in getting to know someone. So only the ones that are courageous enough to let themselves in have become my friends, and I usually just never forget them. Even how long the years have passed, I'd always remember them. So um, but yeah, that's usually one of my insecurities when I was a kid. But when I think about what really insecures me, is that my thoughts have never been, I can't remember a moment where I am 100% being honest with myself and in front of someone, especially if that someone is my parent or my parents. I think I was raised this way, to always please. My parents would never admit that, but there's really a part of them wanting to be pleased by how I act. I mean, every parent does that. They want their kid to be exactly the way they imagine their kid to be, and that's a sad thing. So when a kid says or do something that's contradicting, then it's a taboo, or it needs to be corrected. It needs to be, changed, even though there's nothing actually really wrong about the deed or the thought. But yeah, if it's taboo in a society, it's considered not talked enough. it's usually corrected. And you're not allowed to say that or something. But yeah, I think that's how I was raised, or I think that's how I was raised, and ever since then, I feel like it's something. It's a necessity to, form a certain persona, and that's why I've created two personas when I'm in church, and when I'm in school. I am more of an outgoing person when I'm in school, because there's no limitations. When I'm at church, I usually just observe people, and I don't know. I just observe people, actually. Not until I was in my not until I was 13 years old that I actually had a friend from the church. But that's for another video. So, yeah, I've created personas just because I always thought that I should be afraid, I should be scared talking about my true feelings, because it does not align with individuals. And that's what I am, like, deep within, I'm really insecure about, being really honest. Because I'm afraid that if I do become, like, really, really, really honest with how I feel, I have a feeling that people will gaslight me, or people will make me feel like I can't trust my instincts. That is, that has no, like, I couldn't trust my own decisions. I couldn't trust my own feelings about certain things just because I go against them. So, it needs a lot of work. And I've seen a man, like, I've tried to become that persona, and through the years, I think it has become harder for me to retain that true self, because I don't know who am I anymore. Even until now that I figured out my sexuality and how I should represent myself towards the people, and especially to myself. There's always those certain parts that, when you ask me, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? And I'm still not sure how to answer the question, because I would, like, just literally answer you. I have to dig deeper within me about how I feel about these things, because if I'm going to answer you right away now with an actual answer, then I am not sure if it's going to be an answer based about who I am in the past, or who I used to be when I was a teenager, or who I used to be when I was 5 or something. Like, there's going to be a bias, a history bias about, like, probably my persona would answer that. But we are at the day and age where we are like, we are at the day and age that we have been encouraged to become more ourselves, to become more in touch, to become more attuned to our feelings, and stand with it. And I am trying to be that person. I'm trying to work on it more. And I am 25, and enough is enough. It's something that I wanted to do. So it takes a lot of work to work on my insecurities. But yeah, I think when the only key is that to be really consistent, to believe that it gets better, it will become more like second nature, but it's actually not the correct term, because it's going to be more natural, because that's you. You just go back to who you really are. So you've finally learned how to peel all the layers off of you and finally listen to you, not because someone told you to feel this way, but it's all you, babe, and it's going to take a lot of time to be able to, fully intend to listen to yourself. And it's going to be a long journey, but I think just the idea about being aware what you're insecure about is a step. It's a huge step, because you used to have a hard time knowing yourself, diba? So figuring out your insecurities is a step towards progress and self-actualization. So yeah, thank you. That's it. That's the answer to my first question, and thank you for listening with me, even though I feel so nervous, and this does not have a script, but it's a journal. So whatever comes into my mind, into my chaotic mind. I am an INFP, by the way, and one of the traits or stereotypes that I identify with in this yeah, MBTI personality, is that very chaotic. My mind is very chaotic. Like, I jump around different ideas. So my patterns of speech will be something that's super jumpy. But thank you for staying with me. Even INFPs would not have, considering their short attention span, INFPs would have a hard time listening to other INFPs talk, because that's just it. But anyway, thank you for this episode, my first episode. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for the next question.